What is up, everybody? Back some finding value fantasy. Hope you guys are all doing good. Hope you guys are doing good. We are doing we got Eliminator draft here. So Eliminator, we're gonna be doing a little bit of Eliminator, a little bit of BBM today, maybe like one of each. Nothing too crazy. Shorter stream, but we're gonna have a good time drafting. We will start with Gibbs. Like getting any amount of Jameer Gibbs I can get. I do not have enough of them. I need more. Yeah, here we go. And then I think we'll probably see this weekend. We'll probably get another another recording in, another stream. But for now, this is what we got. Had a little bit of time today, not too much, but a little bit of time to get something in. Let's see here. Get the music rolling. Okay, a little more light in here. I'm gonna right there. There we go. A little bit better. Honestly, we might just do the regular. Just do the regular lighting. Looks a little weird. All right. Anyways, in Eliminator, I don't really have like a specific thing I'm going after every single time I do an Eliminator draft, but I'm mostly just avoiding super risky players that may have a slow start. It's just really not worth it. Like these neighbors types are really hard to click because you could just be setting yourself up to get eliminated. Obviously, if you make it through with that kind of player, you could make it far, but I don't know. I just don't like playing too risky. It's not really the point of this contest. I think this contest is just like, hey, give me a good floor every week, and then let me continue to build it up as we go. Build a good team. How many pup teams do you still have live? I think I'm dusted. What's up, First Down? I think I'm dusted. I got the Messi Blade. I would have had probably an England team through, but it's like, I don't know, like probably Messi's gonna be like 80% owned the next round. And I had Messi, but just not the right combos with him, so I'm not gonna get any Messi teams through. Along with unless like Colombia scores like 3 goals. I don't think that's going to happen. Nice, dude. What was the main what was the main thing? Like I don't know. I feel like I got unlucky to not get one through. Like I had good advance rate. I had some Holland. I had some Kane, Bellingham. I had some. I think maybe if I would have had more like Hakimi or something like that, that might have been better. But I had one Hakimi team, didn't make it through. I had a Yamal team with Messi. I was hoping to get through, didn't get through. So it is what it is. But yeah, it seemed pretty clear like Messi was like almost not needed, but really good. See, like that's what I'm saying. I have that combo and I didn't get through, which is just unfortunate. All right. Let's go ETN and Jose Flowers. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. That's it's really hard. Just really hard. That's good though. Good shit. Congrats. Yeah, I think I had that exact combo. Maybe I probably don't have a Messi Holland team. That was probably like auto advance. But I know I have like a Messi. I think I might have a Messi team with well, I can look. We have the power to look at these things. And would you look at that? That is my guy right there. Got AZ cards in here. What's good? What's good? Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Had a good time beating you, my friend. And it's good to see you, bro. It is great to see you. All right, let's see. Okay, I'm gonna pull up this, and then I'm gonna pull up Underdog again. I want to take a look. Yeah, Eliminator, by the way, if you're not aware, doing an Eliminator right now. Let me see what I don't know. I definitely ran bad on some of these teams, but I think it's just hard. You know, I'm not gonna complain too much, but I just wish I got one through because it's fun, but you know, not worth crying about. So I had it was an Mbappe Belgium team. So really it was like I was missing one piece on all of them. Just like I needed the extra like advanced piece. Like I had Messi with Cattell and Dembele, wasn't enough because the winner had Poro and Ozabal, so it's just, you know, shit like that. Max Payne, basically. Should have waited to jump in. Oh, nice. Yeah, the limbs are fun. I'm planning to max it this year, trying to hopefully do as good as possible. But yeah, no World Pups for me. But hey, hopefully you take it down. That is, I'm jealous for sure. I wanted one. I wanted at least one, but it is what it is. Got to get the right combos. That's how all the contests are, and have the right combos. I think probably in hindsight, like probably the best picks were like Holland, by far, just an awesome advanced rate piece, awesome pick in general, and then definitely like those like Poro types, the Hakimi, Poro, those guys are really good. Yeah, I'm doing some I think I'll do an Elim and a BBM is what I'm doing today. But yeah, should be a good old time. I think I like this more. Lighting was just kind of messed up. All right, on the clock now. Let's get locked in now that we're back to going. Yeah, I mean, I think the most important things in Eliminator, I mean, or not really. I'm not saying anything. I'm not reinventing the wheel for sure, but I would say pretty clearly, Waddle, Adams, JMO, Watson, Waddle, Tootin. Let's go Tootin, get my third running back. Yeah, make sure just don't be dead at don't be silly at your skill position players. Don't go thin at running back if you can avoid it. Don't go thin at receiver. Otherwise, you're just setting yourself up to be toast. And then same with quarterback. If you're gonna play quarterback fast and loose, you're gonna get knocked out because it's just so easy to hemorrhage 20 points at quarterback. And as soon as you do that in a 1v1 setting, you're gonna lose 90% of the time. You catch wide receiver team currently looks like May, T-Law, CMC, Henry, Jacobs, Warren. So CMC, Henry, Jacobs, Warren, Evans, P-Wash, Worthy, Dobbs. Yeah, just keep hammering that receiver button. Yeah, it's just it's just you're playing a cash game, right? You're just hey, I'm gonna punt tight end most of the time. Not every time. I think there's definitely some benefit if you end up with a Bowers or something like that, and you could just win by 10 points every round. It's kind of a similar thing to that quarterback narrative I said. And then you just want to make sure you're staying afloat at quarterback. Do not by any means play it thin at quarterback. You do not need to be ending up with Tua and Watson and Rodgers as your three quarterbacks or something like that. That's just instant loss in my opinion. There's no reason to just get the quarterbacks that are probably going to play the whole season, lock them in your lineup, have probably 3 of them most of the time. Unless you want to go too early, you should have 3 no matter what. Lock in yourself 20 points every week and move on. Just don't play around with that. I feel like my dog is doing the thing. Hold on. He likes getting the attention when I'm doing my stuff. All right, best team making through right now is Messi, Holland. Have an eye on this game right now, by the way. Messi, Holland, Gordon, Diaz. Midfield was Bellingham, Enzo, Kimi, Koundé, Ryerson, and keeper was Courtois. I guess that's probably the main takeaway. Is like there's obviously stacks. There's obviously like some stacking elements, but like I think the main takeaway is like, hey, just get players that are going to score points. Load up your team. Do a little like I mean, obviously you probably want to try to get a finals team, but like just stack some points on your team. And however you want to do that is probably the best way to do. Yeah. I mean, Hakimi's been amazing, and yeah, the fact you got Ryerson through is pretty spicy. That's a fun team. I mean, I guess the only, like I said, the only thing that is like doesn't suck, but like the only thing that is like I would be upset about is like I don't know if you have a full 6, but like who cares right now? At this point. So you have 2 Arge, 3 Arge, 2 Norway. Yeah, I mean, you got stuff. If you make it, you make it. That's all that really matters, right? So that's kind of what I was focusing on, which is probably a mistake, because like I was kind of going through the narrative of like best ball for playoff, best ball for football. No, yeah, exactly. But I don't know if that was the play in soccer, just because I feel like there's just, like I said, like there's those guys that score you those big ceiling games, and if you get them, just get them through, or they help get you through. It's really a mute point at that point. Let's go Godwin. Godwin is probably get our first quarterback here if there's anyone that looks enticing. Probably not. I guess we'll just get another receiver. Metcalf, Tyson. I don't hate another Saint. Now let's do DK. So yeah, definitely watch out for bye weeks. Like that's another way to get yourself just like dead on arrival. Like if you end up with 4 week 5 buys early, you're really setting yourself up thin, and it's like you don't have to take, like there's just risk you don't have to take on. Obviously you could run into a buzzsaw, you could run cold, like that can happen to anyone, but you can also run hot. Like you run cold is like, oh, I go up against this guy that scores 180 when my team scores 150, so be it, whatever. That's variance, it's gonna happen. But like don't put yourself in a situation where you're giving yourself up 20 points just off the rip because you're I'm gonna take these 2 quarterbacks, even though they say bye. Just don't make silly mistakes is the way I see Eliminator. And then there's really no reason to go like you can do a 0 RB build, but like if you're gonna do 150 drafts, I would probably do like 5, maybe 10 at most. I wouldn't even like try to do it because you're really just like those teams are hoping that they can make it through early and then just hold on for dear life, because a lot of those teams are just gonna get wiped in week 1. Messi equals GOAT. That was insane. Sacrifice a tight end and just have a handful. Yeah, that's kind of how I feel. It's like if you want to play fast and loose at tight end, just do it. Like who cares? Like I'll just take 5 points a week or 4 points a week, or you could even, like I said, you could legit punt it. Like if we were to take away one position fully, it's like I'm gonna have 0 of this position. Obviously, tight end would be the easiest one to do that for. So if you're gonna punt it, I think that is a valid strategy. Easy cards. Sirod playing week 1 default students, or if Sirod's playing week 1 default student is currently enterprise. I mean, it's just really, I don't think it really matters if he plays week 1. It's just like, what is his role? Like, is the role what we want it to be? And Tuden is like the clear 1A in there. I think in that case, not overpriced. But if Tuden doesn't have the role you were hoping for early in the season, meaning like, 5 weeks in, he doesn't have the role you're looking for, he's like full 50-50 or worse, then he's way overpriced. So it's kind of a depends. I'm under the feeling where like I think Tuden is much better and he will be treated that way. Whether that happens or not, I don't know. But yeah, I'm treating it as Tuden's much better than C-Rod, and that's what Liam Cohen's going to decide ultimately. I have a team with 18 round total. What should know what they're tied up? That's hilarious. I feel like, yeah, I mean, I don't think I would ever do it. But I'm not going to sit here and tell you that that's like the worst thing you could do, because it isn't. Like, that's taking a 0 or basically a 0 at tight end and just like making sure your other positions are fine. Not a bad strategy. This game is crazy. First deposit. I like that guy's name. Yeah, and then I was really bummed. I wanted to get this Yamal team through with Messi. Just Yamal did nothing. Like, literally, Yamal gets 40 points, which is a lot, obviously. But, like, then I'm, like, legit. Like, I'm through. Yamal, Messi, Diaz, Hakimi, Kusareya. To my goalies are buns in that team. But, nonetheless. All right. Yeah, this is easy. All day. When I just get Tucker Kraft and Downs just to fall to me here, I'll take both of them. I'll take them both. So now we need to not be, like I said, don't be stupid. Let me get my quarterbacks figured out now. So I want to take Mayfield. Happy to take Shuck. Happy to take Jordan Love. Happy to take Rodgers for sure. Daniel Jones. We're making sure we're trying to get 3 of this group. You don't have to. Stacking is really not that important in this contest because, like I said, it's a cash game. Like, if you play a 80% owned quarterback, stacking them is actually like worse usually because you end up like putting yourself in more variance. Okay, good to know. Makes sense. I'll take him. I think Kraft's gonna play right away. It's interesting because Eliminator has different ADP, right? Like it doesn't have the same ADP set. So it's interesting that just keep falling even though they're already at a lower price than. Let me just verify that before I start spewing things that may not be true. But I'm pretty sure that is true. Let me double check. Kraft. Yeah, Kraft's 82. So he's going to continue to fall probably. Same with like a guy like Kittle, probably going to continue to fall. One of the pods I'm in, the dude in first has Mbappe and Messi, Holland. How he got Messi and Mbappe is sus unless he just got God lobbied. Yeah, that doesn't make any sense how that's even possible. Like, what I got Yamal Messi, which was like hard to get, but much more possible because Yamal was dropping in price. That's crazy. That guy's winning for sure if it's France or Argentina. Want to lock up 6 positions. 20 points right there, 2 bonuses. No, I mean, I think that's the right way to go about it. I think that's how you should think. It's like, lock in these points. Give me my points. That's kind of what you're going for. Like, I got a walking 25 bomb right here. You know, walking 15 bomb, and then whatever Tootin can do is good. Hopefully he's filling my flex every week at like 10, 15 points. Yeah, Kraft is just a monster. I have a hard time not taking him. Kind of saying, I feel the same way about Kittle, but Kraft is like a younger Kittle, and I wouldn't say they're the same player because I don't want to disrespect Kittle like that, but they have very similar like yak ability. Okay, we need to get our quarterback figured out. Oh yeah, I mean, we could take Murray, no problem at all. Goff isn't the worst. I mean, it doesn't. Yeah, at this point, just get 3 quarterbacks. I don't have to stack them. Stacking isn't bad. It's not required. But if I can stack, I will. But I'm not going to force it. The 20 limited 22 teams and neighbors. I filled out a bunch of steady floor dudes. Yeah, I think that's the good way to play it. Like, you got to really think about like, don't just do stuff like make informed decisions. Like, hey, I'm picking neighbors. Okay, you know what's going to happen with neighbors? Oh, he's probably going to miss some weeks. So now I need to think, okay, here's my 5th round pick. He's going to miss 4 weeks. How am I going to build this team around those 4 weeks he's missing? Instead of just saying, oh, whatever, we'll figure it out. Like, it's just not a good way to do it. You're just going to lose like 90% of the time. Let's do, how do you feel about Willis? I mean, Willis is like the perfect archetype for this kind of build. I guess you could play like ETN and say, hey, I'll get either the ETN rushing points or I'll get the Shuck points. I think I go Willis here. I think I'd rather do Willis. Dulcich feels like a jam in this. Yeah, 3 tight ends probably. Yeah, I kind of think of it. I think of it in a different way than you. I think AZ cards. Is I kind of think like tight end is the one people are not caring about, so I want to try to win it every week, and that did not work last year. I'll tell you that much. But that's obviously because Bowers didn't really do much late. I had a lot of Bowers. McBride was, if you had McBride late, it would have worked out, but I don't think anyone had that. So it was definitely a 3 tight end year. Probably makes sense in the grand scheme of things just to get those other positions filled, but I kind of like the idea of like trying to win, especially when people aren't trying to do it as much and they're falling in that regard. Like try to win tight end. Like, can I win tight end by 8 points every week? And that's how I keep advancing, you know? And I think obviously probably priority number 1 is do not lose quarterback. You have no excuse to lose quarterback unless you're just being, you're being too risky. Like you're like, oh, I'm just going to push this quarterback. Like just don't do that. I'm not saying you should pick Aaron Rodgers in the 10th round, but I think pushing stuff too long is going to really bite you in the ass early. 4662 is, yeah, I think that's kind of fun. I think, yeah, if you're going to play, if you want to go low quarterbacks, like get 4. Like there's nothing wrong with that. Just give me my, you know, hope that one of these dudes can give me 18 points and then get out of there, you know? Yeah, Baker was fun to watch. I'm a Bucks fan, so very much enjoying the Baker show when he's rolling. All right. Also, welcome to the stream, by the way. Appreciate you stopping in, Terry. Thanks a lot. Thanks for this is the first time I've seen you here, so I appreciate spending time here. Thanks a lot. Hope you're having a good week, and yeah, can't wait for the season. What do you think about George Holani at running back for Seattle? I've stayed on the same mountain pretty much all off season long, where I'm just kind of, I don't really know why they would spend the first round pick, albeit late first round pick, on Price if they're not going to use him early. That's why you do it. Like you take Charbonnet, you have Charbonnet there. He's hurt. He's going to be back at some point. Price seems like just the perfect candidate to just like bridge that gap until Charbonnet's back. And then when Charbonnet's back, I think Holani's is a pure 0. So he's like only an early season bet for Holani. I think he could be a fun early season bet, or that he can get you like a couple touchdowns. Maybe he takes receiving game or something. He just has some sort of role in the offense alongside Price. That's definitely live. But then even then there's Wilson in the mix. And so if I'm going to bet on any of them, I'm just betting on Price. And I don't even like Price that much. Yeah. So I don't know. I think it's time. It's an early season bet, which I don't love taking really ever. In the Eliminator, you could talk me into it. As a guy that, hey, I need some points. Let me take Holani and get some early points on this team. But other than that, I don't think I would even touch him. I just don't see the role or the runway. It's usually nice to have like at least a runway. The problem is like when there's a guy like Charbonnet coming back, like we know he's going to get work. Like they love him. And that's bad for Price. But if Price is really good, oh my God, right in front of the net, shot it over the goal. Yeah, like just for guys like Price, I just feel like he could just maybe not take the backfield, but he could just be in such a situation where he's just so good, can't keep him off the field. That's live. Whereas I don't see that really as a possibility for Algier or Tajay. Let's do Tajay. I feel like Tajay has a roll week 1. So we got Baker, Willis, Rodgers. Definitely I didn't really think about that. I need to make sure I'm dodging bye week overlaps. Yeah. First round, that's the way I feel as well. Just feel like Holani is kind of a stopgap guy that's going to get some work early, and then whenever Charbonnet's back, he's like banished. And Price, if Price is awful, that's a different story. But you know, you think that they're gonna make it work with a Price, like first round pick. They're gonna get some use out of him, especially early in the season. Like they're a team that wants to compete, so If he sucks, then he's not going to get play. But they're I don't really see a reason why they wouldn't give him a shot to lead, or at least have a big role in the backfield early, and that's who I want early on. And if he's really good, he's going to get a lot of work. If he's not great, then Charbonnet's going to come back and steal his lunch. This is a crazy game, dude. Yeah, I know Christopher likes Helani. Got some people in the chat that are on your side, Terry. Well, actually, you didn't really say if you like them, but Pat Muth for tight end. Yeah, you Pat Muth. Yeah, I like Fryermuth on this type of team. Makes some sense as well. It's like this is like an example of what I'm saying. Like this is Sadiq. I would obviously this is why he's fallen in this format. But that's why I'm not touching Sadiq like with a 10-foot pole in this. Unless I have like a Bowers team, then I might throw Sadiq on it or something. But like other than that, I'm not interested in a guy like Sadiq. This is actually a really good Schultz team. No wonder I have a lot of Schultz. Gadsden seems really risky. Schultz would go kind of hard here. Schultz and like Dulcich, I feel like could be interesting. And then I just fill receiver up. Probably where I'm at on this team. I think I could stop at 4. That's the one thing I'm willing to do. Pete and Crane is targeted field division. Yeah, I'm next in line, huh? I'll have to hear what they said about him, because I don't know. I don't know. That's the thing, is there's not a lot of people into price at his cost. So maybe that means it's Helani time. Maybe that means, I don't know what it means, but there's not a lot of people that are into that cost at that cost, because Charbonnet's coming back. Maybe Helani is the way to play it, but I really think he's like, time and time again, there's these early season bets that don't really have a runway, and they do sometime work out, but a lot of the time these early runway bets end up being like some of the worst picks you can make. And obviously there's a lot of zeros down there, but you end up like, oh, I got 2 weeks out of him, and then he's been useless the rest of the season, or he's not even the guy I wanted. I wanted Emmanuel Wilson or something like that. Kind of stuff just seems to happen with some of these late guys like that. So we got some mixed messages in the chat here. Fading Seattle completely, but it's the same head coach, and so I just feel like it's going to be the same BS we saw with this rotate everyone constantly. Yeah, I mean, that's definitely a realistic path, because they're not like, oh my god, what's about to happen? Clear it out. They're not like a team where they really care about anything other than let's go try to win another Super Bowl. Let's go double tight end here. This is a receiver I'm dying to have. Yeah, let's do Helm and Dulcich. Yeah, this is fun. Okay, so I think I've done it running back. I think I'm willing to do, like, this is the kind of stuff I'm willing to do. I don't think it's something you want to do every time, but like I'm willing to stop at 4 because I have confidence that these guys, if I'm gonna bet on these 4, let's just bet on these 4 and call it good. Like, I don't have any overlapping buys. Once Gibbs is out, I have ETN, Tuden, Spears. That's not bad. Once ETN's out, I have Gibbs, Tuden, Spears. Hopefully I have 3 of them all season. If one gets hurt, can live with that. But receiver is a big problem here, because my wide receiver 3 is Godwin. Wide receiver 4, Metcalf. I don't feel great about that at all. So I want to make sure I get as much volume as I can. So I'm going to have a 3-4. What's this? A 3-4-8-9-3? 3-4-8-3, I think, is the number there. Yeah, I mean, yeah, Seattle's just not interested in anything other than like winning as many football games as they can and trying to win another Super Bowl, I would assume. So if that is done, the way I kind of would view it is like they might just let Price go crazy. If he's good, they might just like give the backfield to Price early and like, hey, rookie, go get your shit done, because you're showing off, you're showing out in camp, you're showing why we drafted you in the first round, all these things, this, that, and the other, and you just get a good player for the first 10 weeks, and then you're hoping when Charbonnet's back, he's wrestled enough of the backfield, because I have very high confidence that when Charbonnet's back, he's going to get a good amount of work, whether that's the goal line or whatever. He's going to get a good amount of work immediately. Yep. Earn penalties. Here we go. All right. Let's see here. Pens inbound. Yep, I'm ready. Do we get clean sheets for our guys or what? Looks like it. Yeah, I just got clean sheet for everyone. Just needed like a little bit more from some of my guys would have been enough. It's like Romero was the piece you needed to win it all this week. Unless there's more points given in pens, I don't really think there is. Heard some stuff about T-Ferg, some really good stuff about T-Ferg. Getting a lot of praise. We'll be trying to get a little bit more of him. There goes Helani. It's always okay, let's go. Oh God, is Pat Bryant available? Beautiful. Okay. I want Pat Bryant. What else do I want a receiver? I mean, Stribling's, I guess, fine. I don't really like it that much. Be a good team for... Man, this is disgusting. So this is why you don't wait to pick receivers till late. Stribling could have a role early, I guess. I guess this is a Cooper Cup ass team. Let's do Cup. If you're not going to take Cup in the Eliminator, then when are you going to take Cup, right? All right, let's do that. Keon Coleman, Surratt. Take a look. I want more T. Ferguson. Keon Coleman. Okay. All right. I mean, I could take Keon on this team. 0.5, 0.95. Jeez. The Messi, yeah, it's like Messi, no cash, and then you just need a little bit around Messi and cash. Price and Alani, you're banking on early weeks use. Pick your poison and with the ADV is comfy. Yeah, I think that's probably the right way to play it. Yeah, I mean, you could say it that way. That's a good way to say it. But the way I see it is Holani, obviously cheaper. I think Holani doesn't have a long-term role. If Charbonnet doesn't come back, then this is all a moot point, and Holani's a good pick. And Emmanuel is a good pick, and Price is a good pick. But if Charbonnet comes back, which is all indication that he will at some point, I think Holani is like solely an early season type of pick, and Price is potentially both, or should be both. Yeah, I like Horton a lot more than Cup, but I'm willing to take Cup on this kind of team because, like I said, literally this is the type of archetype that is good for this kind of format. Maybe Horton is just a better pick overall, which I would agree with in most scenarios because I take him in non-eliminator formats, but I think it's probably fine. I mean, I'll just do Bernard because I think he could probably have a role pretty quickly. And have Rodgers if that's an option to me. I think I might just do that. I think Taekwon might be one of the better picks too because he actually should at least just be the wide receiver 3. Calvin really washed. I think so. Yeah, I think so. Coleman and Horton. Where's Coleman? Okay, Coleman went. Why you guys talking about Coleman? Notre Dame fan. Price isn't really a workhorse guy, more of a Travion Henderson role player. Okay. Okay. Wait, yeah, I mean, if they play it like, yeah, no, that's not my read on it, but if they play it like, hey, this is a Charbonnet Walker thing, then that's Holani is the, whatever they want to call him. They want to call Holani the Charbonnet, or more so, yeah, Holani would be the Charbonnet most likely in that case. And they want to play Walker as the Price is the Walker role. Could make some sense. I don't know why they would do that specifically. And I think there's a reasonable outcome where it ends up being Emmanuel Wilson somehow instead, and you're like, oh, it's gonna be, it's assuredly gonna be Helani, and then somehow Wilson ends up with more work. Gonna be eyeballing this PK shootout here. Now you're talking my game, Keon Coleman. I mean, yeah, I don't. He should run routes, right? I don't know. I mean, he should. Skylar Bell could be the guy. 3-4-8-3. Let me get Taekwon. That's who I really want on this team, I think. Yeah, got a lot of bye weeks. Not a lot of bye weeks overlapping. That's how I want to be building. This is ideal for this kind of team. Not my favorite receiver room, but I think it's a good one overall. So we got Baker, Willis, Rogers. Baker, Willis, Rogers, Gibbs, ETN, Tootin, Spears, Zay, McLaurin, Godwin, Metcalf, Downs, Pat Bryant, Cooper Kupp, Tyquan Thornton, Tucker Kraft, Gunnar Helm, Greg Dulcich, Cyrus Allen. That's the Chiefs guy, right? Yeah. Yeah, I like this team. I think I did a good job. I love getting another Gibbs share. I think I've built it in a pretty sharp way. Yeah, I just don't want to make the same mistakes I made last year. I'm gonna do some. But the problem is, like with Bowers, like it just didn't work. If Bowers has a better season, it could work. So I'm willing to take Bowers still in the Eliminator, but that was my main, like one of my main issues last year is I took a lot of elite tight end and it did not work out. But I think there's a path where it can. But I just don't want I don't want like the higher percentage of my teams to be like that. All right, Eliminator's done. What are we doing next? I want to do. Let's just do one BBM, one Eliminator, just nice and easy. Let's do BBM 51. Yeah, it's probably true. They could be all three of them. All three of them could be useless, or all three of them could have some sort of use in a best ball perspective. All right. Waiting for 6 people. Say BBM? Yep. I'm in a BBM right now. If you want to get in here, sir. It's like it almost just like wanted to invite all you guys to join if you want to join. Crazy. It wasn't on purpose, but it ended up working out that way. Shucks driving home at dinner. Oh yeah, yeah. Be safe. Be safe. Enjoy your dinner, man. That go in or not? Holy crap. Probably didn't. Bar down. Smash that penalty. Jeez. Nope. It's on the line. Time I draft, I'm always later in the draft. I want to get Chase and Burrow stacked up. Yeah, I mean, that is the tough thing. I think, yeah, you'll get it. I'm positive. It's the good thing about Chase is you can grab him if you're like really like, okay, dude, I'm tired of not getting Chase. You could take him at 2 or something if you wanted to, or if you're really feeling crazy, you could be like, whatever. I'm taking Chase because I want Chase because I don't have any Chase yet, instead of Gibbs. But if you're drafting a lot of teams, you're gonna get plenty of it, I'm sure, with Chase, Burrow. Yeah, that's the one thing I think so far. We'll see how it goes, but for this year, it looks like the main things I'm going to focus on is Eliminator, BBM. I'm going to do a good amount of the side smaller contests. I'll probably do some higher stake ones here and there. But I think that's just that's pretty much my narrow path. I'm going to do some DraftKings stuff. Probably do an FFPC or two. But I think my main plan is just do all the BBMs I need to do, as many as I can on stream. Same with Eliminator. And then we'll see what I have time for otherwise. Big Gorilla FFPC. How much is that one? Is that 250 or something? Or I don't know what the price is for that one. Go AC cards. The 104, and we got Christopher in again. Let's go. We got a fun room. And I got Puka or Chase. Oh my god, he skied it. Yep. I'll have to rewatch this later. 350? Okay. I'll maybe do one. We'll see. Like I said, my volume is going up in which way I'm doing a lot of these main two contests on Underdog. So we'll see what I have, what I want to do for the rest. But thankfully, I'm able to do this much volume, which is awesome. So I'm excited for all the BBMs and all the extra BBMs and Eliminators I'll have this year. Manage regular season, best ball in the playoffs. Okay, I see. Elim, yes, but for BBM, are you jumping on the Nate quarterback trend? Oh, you're taking Puka? Damn it. Aha! Tricked you. Oh my god, he saved it. This is crazy. So BBM in the playoffs. Naked quarterback. I don't think so. I think I just want to stack whatever I can, when I can. I think you don't have to force it, and I don't think you should reach for it every time, because I think you can really sometimes get some extra value by not reaching. But I don't know. I think ultimately, Ultimate's probably the play to just stack your stuff up in this kind of format, because it just, the benefits outweigh the negatives, because it's sure there's gonna be a lot of people that have it, but I don't think it's necessary to go that unique. But I do think with guys like the quarterbacks that can get there on their own, I think it's well worth not stacking them every time. So if you're gonna play Josh Allen, I don't think every single one of them has to have DJ Moore. I don't think every single Lamar has to have Zay Flowers, because they can get a big 30-40 pointer without throwing a single touchdown pass, and there's just not a lot of quarterbacks in the league that have that access. So I think that's probably my take there. It's there's a lot of quarterbacks that aren't even worth, they're not going to really do anything without them throwing 3 touchdown passes, so because they're not going to get any rushing. So if you're able to stack up guys, I think I'd rather just do that. H-Han Amon-Ra. See what's going on in this room. Chase Brown goes to the McCaffrey guy. AJ Brown. Puka, AJ Brown. I mean, that's just it's just right there. It's just right there for me. Let's get a Rice team. Let's get a Rice team. I don't feel great about it, but I'll get a Rice team. All right. Swiss has to miss this or it's over. Give AZ cards the Chase, AJ Brown, hot start. Monroe St. Brown, H-Han, fun start already. Very fun start. And then I'll get like another guy in that range and just, yeah, we'll play it this way. I guess I'll get whoever, but I like Zay here. We'll get T. Jeremiah Love, Brees Hall, Zay Flowers. Let's get Higgins. I like playing that narrative of like, hey, I'm not taking Chase, I'll take T and see if it's a T, you know, a T year where T ends up with a bigger game in week 17 or something like that. Switz is gonna win. Wow. Wow, that's insane. Dang it, there goes Diaz down. Yeah, that would have been nice because Diaz would have been a nice low-owned piece to get to the next round. Because, how do you know I'm taking Burrow? That's pain. Tough game. Tough game. It was that even. Clearly. Wow. Yeah, Diaz would have been a nice, like, yeah, nice low piece there. It's like no one has Columbia really. Looks like I want to profit a little bit in this slate. That's cool. The soccer slate. That's not bad. I got 14th place for 300. That's a couple more BBMs. It's good. So we got Puka, Rice, Higgins. All right, now that's off, I can focus on the draft again. Thought my start was impossible to get after the Brown trade. Yeah, I mean, that's... Hey, I'm happy to... happy to get my, like, first Rice share. It gives you a unique combo. Yeah, I think if I didn't already have a good amount of AJ Brown, I probably would have took Rice or took AJ over there, but I feel like a little bit naked in terms of, like, not having enough for Sheet Rice. And so I got to take him at some point. He's not going to fall to me very often. I need to take him sometime. So here's my opportunity to take him. So not my favorite pick to take there, but I'm not really, yeah, I'm not too mad about it. Man, crazy. Good for Switzerland. They have a fun team. They have a lot of good players. Crazy. Crazy, crazy. Burden Evans. So Waddle got taken and McLaurin. Two guys I wanted there. Okay. I mean, Burden is the hot commodity here. Let's get Burden. All right, maybe we're doing a 0 RB team. I haven't done one of these in a long time. Haven't been able to. Are we able to do it this time? Let's see what we can get. What else can we get? Fantasy Stew, Tate, Rome, BTJ, Tyson. Tyson's a good pick for this kind of team. Tootin, I can make Tootin my first running back. Monty. All right, we got a lot of options I like here. Let's see what comes back to us. So Josh Allen at 32. There goes Monty. So one of the better keepers too. Yeah, that guy's good. Coble. Fun game. Another four banger games set up next week or this week or later this week. It's crazy how fast the games are coming now. So JMO goes. I was really hoping to get JMO, and Tootin went too. So that is really not fun for me. Yeah, I mean, I think we just play for upside. I like taking a guy like Henderson. Even though he's kind of feels like a better fit on like a heavy running back team where you can just kind of get that upside. I like having pretty much a 0 RB type build and starting with Henderson because I think Henderson, we saw what he did when no Ramondre, just tactical nuke every single week. So much ceiling. If he just carves a little bit more of that role and gets a little bit more refined in the stuff that the coaching staff is looking for, he can easily pay off this price on a good Patriots offense. But I would have probably option A. I would have liked to take JMO there. I would have slammed the button on JMO and got my 5th receiver, but just didn't really have anything that I'm too upset about not having. All right, let's see. Where's AZ cards at? Right before him. This list is lining up for some chaos. Bucky goes at 59. Watson goes at 60. Tyson goes. Another guy I was kind of interested in as well. Yeah, it'll be a short stream today, unfortunately, but I had a little bit of time. I wanted to get something in, and yeah, I will want to stay true to my word. I want to get as much content as I can, and so here I am trying to do that for the good people. And I'm really glad I got to see my guy easy cards as well. So, all right, BTJ goes. This guy's at 3 running backs with Lamb, Bowers, 4 running backs with Lamb and Bowers. That's an interesting start. I've definitely never done something like this before. But like, hey, I take my receiver, I take my lead tight end, and then just like, this is like a hero receiver type build. Definitely not my preferred, but I don't see anything wrong with it. So this guy's got Zay stacked with 3 running backs. Is there a running back? I mean, it's all quarterback here, right? So. Taking Daniels. I wouldn't do that to you. I wouldn't do that to you, easy cards. I got you, bro. I don't like I don't prioritize Burrow. I have 6% of them. I take Chase and Higgins a good amount, but like I don't. The way I see it is like I mean obviously Burrow is like one of the few quarterbacks that can throw for like 500 yards and 4 touchdowns probably. Outside of those outcomes, there's a pretty good chance on a week-to-week basis, Daniels is probably, like, in a good season for Daniels could just annihilate his score on a week-to-week basis, and that's kind of what I like to play for usually. I won't take Caleb. Thank you. You don't even have a bear. You better not take Caleb. I would be crying in the club if you took Caleb. But do I want Caleb is the question. I mean, there's really not a lot. I mean, Harvey. I want Harvey, though. Yeah, it's pretty gross. I think my only other thing I was considering doing there, like, I didn't want any of these receivers that much on a team like this. Metcalf doesn't entice me. Pierce doesn't entice me. Sutton, Reed. I already have a lot of craft. So I was like, I didn't really want to take Harvey at 76. That seemed a little crazy. So probably about all I could ask for here. Now, how crazy do we want to be? Like, if Mahomes fell to me, would you take Mahomes and just have like giga upside at quarterback, or is that probably too much? I mean, it's definitely too much. But I could see it working where, like, listen, I'm locking in Pat Mahomes one anyways, but listen, I'm locking in like 25 points a week at quarterback, and you can figure out the rest after that. But he's gone, so never mind. All right, Shad White, definitely a guy we want. Chig, Williams, I'm trying to take a step off until I hear some more good news. Katron Allen, I'm stepping on the gas on Katron Allen recently. Yeah, I have 2 already, so it would be my 3rd. I was just playing hypothetical. I don't think I was actually going to do it. I was thinking about pushing Burrow, taking Warren first. Oh, well. Yeah, I mean, usually that's the right play, but then if you push Burrow and you don't get him, you, like, just want to... You want to just go crazy. Like, just want to rage. Punch a wall, you know, whatever it may be. You're going ape shit after that. Like, I'm so stupid. I've done that before, like many times on stream, off stream, where I do stuff and like I'm like, hey, you know what? I'm just gonna push. Like, hey, whatever. I'm on DraftKings. I'm gonna push this guy around the corner. I should get him back, right? Nope, I don't get him, and I just go crazy. I'm like, dude, are you kidding me? And I'm more mad at myself than the person I'm drafting against. I'm like, I should have known better. Come on. Come on, you need a receiver. You need a receiver. You don't need anything else. You need a receiver. You need a receiver. Trust me, bro. You need a receiver. Come on, Houston. Go get Michael Wilson. Go get Pearsall. They're down there for you. Okay, he took Herbert. Is he auto drafting? See, this isn't that bad. Let's get Harvey. So 2 upside swings at running back to start. So then now we kind of like, can we find our Rachaad Whites? Can we find our, this is where we start getting our Rachaad Whites sprinkled in. So I'll take Rachaad White like 100. I'd pick 100. I mean, or Rico if Rico's there. That's probably a better pick if Rico's going to be there at 100. Surely Rico's not there at 100. AZ Cars wouldn't allow that, would he? I mean, you have to take Rico, right, over Rachaad White. I don't know. We're just eating the value. Rico was sick last year. And Warren's good too, but yeah, I mean, I think you gotta take him there. I mean, okay, well this makes me sick to my stomach taking Rachaad White over Jonathan Brooks, but I'll survive. You know, I have Brooks bags. I have plenty of Brooks bags. I will survive taking Rachaad White on this team. Everything's going to be okay. You meanie. I didn't think there was any chance you were letting him go, but I had a little feeling I was maybe just maybe he's going to do something else. A full-timer sweat on me. Crazy. All right. I mean, this is probably a 4 tight end build, I think. Give me Ferg. Dulcich. Give me Schultz. It does not feel great. This kind of build does that not feel incredible? Just makes you feel real cozy getting 4 tight ends. It's just crazy. I never thought I'd be there, but I do now. And the way I see it is like when you make decisions like I'm going to take 2 quarterbacks early and stop at 2, then it's like, okay, am I getting a 4th tight end? Do you have a tight end? Do you need to take 2 tight ends? Do you have another spot for running back? Where are you at? You know, do I have Bowers already on this team? I can stop at 2. Do I have McBride? I can stop at 2 tight ends. So then I have another extra running back slot or 2 extra running back slots. And it gets interesting. Bannon goes. Basically started the same, but the rookie running back, so I need some running back points early. Yeah, that's Rico, I think, will fit the job there. Man. Running back room is spicy, Christopher. Jeez. Oh my God, I got Brooks to come back. Oh, I'm so happy. Sometimes it just works out, and I don't care if he's falling in every room. He does fall in some rooms, I notice. Sometimes he goes early, and I'm so happy to get Brooks right there. That is That makes me feel very cozy inside. Sweet. All right, so now let's see how we want to do it. Okay, 142 is Chig time. I have 141 as my pick. Yeah, I think I have my next pick kind of outlined if I can get him. If I can't get him, I guess like a Shakir type isn't, on this kind of build, it isn't really that good, really. It's kind of disgusting. Definitely not a Shakir team. All right. Well, I'm getting everything I want so far. I've gotten pretty lucky. Obviously, I've gotten sniped a little bit. I would have liked Terry. Didn't get Terry. But I've kind of liked everything else that's happening right now. I'm getting a lot of guys I like. This is my first Rice team. Getting a lot of guys I like around it. I enjoy this very much. Recap the team. We got Jaden Daniels, Caleb Williams, Travion Henderson, RJ Harvey, Rashad White, Jonathan Brooks, Puka, Nacua, Rashid Rice, T. Higgins, Burden, and Casey Concepcion. All right. Cam Ward goes at 129. I'm not seeing any too crazy. I'm not seeing really many that reaches. I think a lot of people are letting people fall, which is interesting. What am I seeing in terms of the reach category? Not really anything, really. I mean, nothing really. It's just kind of a normal. Everyone just, this is very ADP following room here. I don't see anyone really going way out of line. I see some people falling. I'm not really seeing anything crazy. Unless I'm missing something. Yeah, it's been very, very clean, very, very normal draft room so far. No one doing anything that crazy. I have no problem with that. I'm just pointing it out. This guy's got a little bit of a weird build, but I think he may be auto-picking now with May, Prescott, Herbert, Pittman, Dobbs. I think he might be auto-drafting. 92, 125. Doesn't look like he's auto-drafting. May have timed out on a couple picks. There's a reach, 10 picks on Naylor. Shaheed moving up in price. Need to get more Shaheed in my life. Travis Hunter. Sorry, Houston. Sweet. All right, we'll get Chig. I think in like I just want to get Chig on this team. In some other worlds, I would have considered doing a little bit different, but I'm not playing around right now. I want this build to end up the way I want it to. Yeah, I would have liked Travis Hunter to come back. That would have been pretty fun. But that is all right. Tyjae Spears. I've been getting a lot of Tyjae Spears lately. Been getting that exposure up big time. Need some more running back points. I don't really know the best way to get them. But I need more running back points. I mean, there's some stuff down here. That's totally fine. Okay, so Cooper's gone. That was really the only guy I was interested in, so I'll just get Schultz. I'll get Schultz. I don't want to get locked out at tight end in a way that feels bad, so I'm going to get Schultz locked in now. And then we'll figure out running back as we go. We should be able to grab some pieces late. So this is where it gets a little dicey. Like, we're taking 4 tight ends. I need to figure out maybe one more receiver. Probably. This is probably a 7 receiver build. So 2-4-7-4. No, I could do 2-5-7-4, I believe. Yeah. 2-5-7-4. That's probably the build. I actually have a few of those, which is kind of funny. I've never thought in a million years I'd be doing teams like that, but here I am. I think that's what I'm going to do. It's just intriguing how things change from year to year. I just would never have ever thought I would do that. But now I am. So it's funny. Yeah, nice. I'm going to have a solid week. A solid day in the footy streets. Nice. Algier. See what we got cooking up with our homies in the chat here. Chase, AJ Brown, Love, Evans, Adams, Burrow, Chuba, Corm. So a 0 RB for AC Cards, and then a heavy RB for Christopher. So we went mid-range quarterback and then just kind of hammered receivers and running backs all the way through. Okay. Don't hate it. Chris Godwin, wide receiver 3, or actually he's wide receiver 4. I think kind of made it work decently. Not bad at all. I like it. All right. Let's go ahead and take No. Crap. Not what I wanted to do. Oh well. We'll see what happens. We'll see what comes back to me. Kind of second guess myself of what I wanted to do there. I'll explain why in a second, but kind of second guess what I wanted to do. I think it was probably logical, but we'll see what happens. See what happens. There you go. Yeah, Lloyd is a good one for sure late. It's crazy how much blue is already rose. Wicked. Oh, you took Ferguson? Oh. You dirty dog. All right, I'll take Dulcich at least. All right. Damn it, AC Cards. I wanted Ferg. I actually have 6% Ferguson. That's more than I thought I had of him. That makes me feel a little bit better than BBM. Any branch? Yeah, I have. I'm not really sure. He should have a runway, but he's kind of a... He could definitely be, like, griefed by... I think, was it Dotson that they have there? No, Dotson's... No, yeah, Dotson, right? Yeah, Dotson. I think that could be a little bit scary. But, yeah. Yeah, I'm just sad I wanted Ferguson. I don't blame you for it. I would never blame anyone for making those decisions in here. We're just drafting alongside each other. You can hope for the best, but there's nothing we can do to control any of it. Having a good time. 80 Mitchell goes, a guy I was kind of interested in. Long story short, yeah, I'll take Branch. I like Branch, but I think there's a... as another guy I'm kind of trying to chill out on. I don't want to be overweight Branch because I do think there's an out where that works out. That ends up aging very poorly. Because he ends up being like the wide receiver 4 or something. Or 3, or would that be 3? Yeah, I guess wide receiver 3 would be like what you would want to avoid on. But there's an out for someone to be the wide receiver 2 in that offense. It could be Branch, could be Dotson. I like Bernard a lot too. I've been trying to get more of him. So Tony Williams goes. I'd just be staring Branch right in the face here, potentially. Ayuk, Ted Hurst. Let's do a Taekwon team. Let's do a Taekwon team. That seems pretty fun. So let's do Katron Allen. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, this receiver isn't necessary, but he's helpful. So I'm fine doing whatever. Like, just bet on that Chiefs Chargers game being wicked, right? Where, Rice scores 2, Taekwon catches a bomb, Trey Harris catches a bomb. That seems like a fun way to play that game. And I think I could stop at 3 tight ends. So obviously I wanted Ferguson. I think that was a fun angle, but I think I could stop at 3 and I'd feel just fine. I feel like I need some more help at other positions right now. So I think getting that extra running back could be helpful for me. More so than a tight end would at this point in this draft. So I think it's fine. If we get what I want, I might get sniped on some shit I like, but yeah, I mean, I was pretty excited about Roman Wilson because he's a Hawaii guy, but that did not work out, and I don't know if it will. Yeah, Lloyd is the upside swing here. Ray Davis is an upside swing too, but I think Lloyd has an out to being like an early season producer, and that's something I need in a 0 RB build. Like, give me Katron Allen could be the goal line back from week 1. Marshawn Lloyd could get a 3 spot starts in the first 3 weeks. Harvey Henderson obviously should have a role. Rashad White seems pretty likely to have a role. Brooks probably is like the slowest starter of this group, in all honesty, if we're projecting it out right this second. But I think Brooks has probably the highest upside of this crew to be like an early pick next year, I guess. Maybe not the highest upside is probably Hendo and Harvey, but Brooks could be the running back 1 on the Panthers next year by far, and it'd be like a 3rd round pick or something. And that's pretty interesting. Okay, so Taekwon goes. That would have been kind of fun to go that route. But clearly that pick's been getting more popular. Happy to take Pat Bryant. I'm kind of leaning on Pat Bryant, but I mean, I'll take him again. There's a lot of dudes in that back. The wide receiver 3 for the Bills feels like an absolute trap, just because like this dude doesn't do anything 90% of the time. But for the sake of the chat and diversifying my portfolio, I'm gonna throw Keon Coleman in here. I think that's what I'm gonna do, because I think makes some tangible sense. I have correlation benefit there, and I think like I said, you could really go any route. I don't want to have Pat Bryant on every single one of these teams. Who's your rookie year? The prediction. I'm stuck on maybe Price of that kid that got dropped by the Saints that had a shot snot running down his nose. He seems humble. Is that Tyson? Assuming Jordan Tyson is who you're talking about, I'm not 100% sure. But I like the humble guys. Like, obviously like receivers sometimes got to be divas. That's kind of fun, but no, it should be Shakir pretty clearly. Tyson, yeah. It should be pretty clearly Shakir. Who knows what will happen, but it should be pretty clear Shakir ahead of Coleman, and then Coleman could seize the wide receiver 3 role. But we've known, like, in the past, like, it's really not that valuable, especially if they run the ball as much as they do the last couple of years. But like, guy like Keon Coleman, you're really hoping like he catches a bomb, and I think that's probably what his role should be in the NFL. And yeah, I mean, I'm okay taking him. Pat Bryant's a safer pick for sure, but I'm not going to take Pat Bryant every single time in this range. So I like Tyson a lot. I think he's going to be good. Just the question is Shuck going to be good? If Shuck is good, that whole offense can hum, but you're paying a lot for Olave, and Olave should be priced where he's at, but like you're paying a lot for Etienne, Olave, and Tyson in a kind of unproven situation, but could work out for sure. All right, let's look at everyone's teams. My team: Daniels, Caleb Williams, Travion Henderson, RJ Harvey, Rashad White, Jonathan Brooks, Katron Allen, Marshawn Lloyd, Puka Nacua, Rashi Rice, T. Higgins, Burden, Casey Concepcion, Trey Harris, Keon Coleman, first Keon Coleman share. We have Chica Conquo, Dalton Schultz, Dulcich. I feel like 3 starting tight ends, totally fine. I think I can make it work with that group. I like this team. I like it a lot. Let's check out AZ cards. We got Burrow, Stroud, and Tua, Jeremiah Love, Chuba Hubbard. Love, Chuba Hubbard, Corum, Rico Dowdle, Chris Rodriguez, Samaje Perine. Okay, little 0 RB with a Love. It's crazy. Chuba is a 0 RB build, which I guess makes sense why he's falling, but Chuba could end up being just as good of a pick or a better pick than just, you know, it's a really high variance situation of what happens with the Chuba. Like Chuba could be a horrible pick, or he could be an awesome pick if Brooks is nothing. So it's like I feel like it's one or the other, in my opinion. I don't think both of them are going to be awesome this year. It's like one or the other. Like Brooks either takes the backfield over, or Chuba is just a starter all year. I think those are the 2 outs. Jamar Chase, got some Bengals stack going on. AJ Brown, Evans, Adams, Higgins, Omar Cooper, Brant, Johnson, Ferguson. So getting some getting a little value, and then getting some a lot of these camp hype guys, which is kind of good to attack those when you can. And then you got Dowdle at a nice price, which I like a lot. All done there. Let's check out Christopher, and then we'll get out of here. Bo Nix, Goff. I love doing those kind of builds. Yeah, like you said, those 2 mid-range are pretty fun. 2 mid-range quarterbacks are very, very fun to build. HN, Hall, Price, Gainwell, Coleman. Got your usual Coleman. I like it. Amon-Ra, Waddle, DJ Moore, Godwin, Wicks. So yeah, obviously receivers are your weakest thing, but I think you can make it. You should be able to make it work. A tight end's fine, for sure. Yeah, really bet on DJ Moore there. Yeah, I like it. I like it. You just really need something out of these 4. I think, in my opinion, you need something out of these 4 early. Otherwise, I think you will start losing points on the field week to week. Your running backs will gain you some, but you'll be losing some at receiver as the season goes on if these guys can't do something quickly. But Mooney, Wicks, theoretically have a role early. And I love doing, like I said, I love doing this kind of stuff. Get these 2 quarterbacks in the mid-range and stop. I think that it can be very, very sharp. And I've done it before where, like, last year you have Mahomes and Goff, just jam them at a pretty good price. That's pretty fun. A lot of other examples. You know, Daniels, his rookie year, you could take him at pick 100 and get him with another around pick 100 guy. I think maybe that was what it was. It was like Bo Nix and like Daniels, the rookie year, was a jam. Or May, you know, any of those kind of rookie picks. There's not really any this year, but in the prior years, there's been really nice rookie picks in the mid-range, and you can pair him with a good quarterback. But mid-range is similar. You know, Goff and Nix is pretty fun. Kyler and Goff, those kind of things. I can't say like your Lloyd pick. Yeah, I like Lloyd quite a bit in that range. Just seems like a kind of a free roll right now. Hey, thanks for coming by, Terry. My plan right now is Tuesday, Thursdays. We'll see kind of how we go, but light plan right now is we'll get more consistent, because I think it really helps having a day of the week to people who expect me to be on. That really helps quite a bit. So it's good to build a routine that way, and I'm going to do that the best I can, and that is my plan for the rest of the summer. Got 1 trip planned, so I'll be busy here in a couple weeks. But after that and before that, I'm going to be grinding at least twice a week, probably Tuesday, Thursdays most of the time, and then we'll see some Friday streams. We'll have some Saturday and Sundays. Like this Saturday or Sunday, I'll probably have a game. I'll probably be on Sunday maybe or something, or maybe Friday night. But we'll see. Saturday I'm busy, but we'll see. I'll probably squeeze a weekend stream in, and then at least 2 or 3 times a week is my plan. I gotta stop blabbering on, but long story short, 3 times a week probably for the rest of the summer, maybe more, but usually probably 2 or 3. So yeah, lay back here and chill. That's how I like it here. I like it a lot. I like chilling. I like hanging out. I like chatting with everyone. And I like responding to the chat, answering questions, respecting everyone around me, and finding value, man. That's what it's all about. No, I'll do everything. Underdog, FFPC, DraftKings, drafters, not really exclusive to anything. Splash Sports. I'll play on whatever. Primarily Underdog because I like the interface and it's really fun, but I'm happy to draft on other stuff and whenever I'm feeling it or people are. So I draft on whatever, but primarily Underdog for sure. So a lot of daily content in the season. We do a lot of battle royales. Those are fun. Had an awesome season in that last year. But yeah, if you guys are new, drop a sub. I think maybe work out to the sub goal. We'll see. Maybe we'll change it to another number. But yeah, once we get to 500 subs, I think we'll make it there at some point. We just got to keep on doing good. Keep on showing what we can do. Keep on trying to do good at this best ball stuff. Try to make profit again this year. Yeah, dude, just keep it rolling. Hopefully we can keep growing bit by bit. But yeah, it's a good time. Appreciate you guys hanging out. Thanks for drafting with me as well. If you're in the draft, AZ Cards, Christopher, and our new guy, Terry. Thanks for hanging out as well. First time fantasy in here earlier. Adam in here as well. Thanks, guys. Really enjoyed this stream, and I'll see you guys later this week. Have a good rest of your week. Have fun. Be safe. And as always, find value in everything you do. See you later.